Okay guys, today we learned how to shift functions vertically, which is up and down, by adding or subtracting a number from the end of a function. And we also learned how to shift things horizontally, left and right, by adding or subtracting a number inside the function. So a vertical up and down shift happens by adding or subtracting a number to y, like is shown here. So at the end of a function. Where left and right happens from adding or subtracting a number to the x inside the function. Back in 7th grade, you probably learned how to do what's called a reflection over the x or y axis. What we learned today is similar to what you learned last year, a translation, moving a figure left, right, up, or down. You can also reflect functions over the x-axis and the y-axis. And here's how we do it. To reflect over the x-axis, and let's just review what a reflection is here. A reflection is a mirror image. So if you place the edge of a mirror on the x-axis, it'll form a reflection in the x-axis, and this can also be thought of as folding over the x-axis. And here's how you do it. What you have to do to the function is add a negative in front of it. So the function goes from this to this. So in this example over here, you see we have the parent function of an absolute value graph, and that looks like this. Y equals the absolute value of x. In order to reflect that over the x-axis, remember the x-axis is this one, you'd have to change the equation to look like this. Oops. Just make the absolute value of x negative. And that will reflect your original parent function over the x-axis. Now to reflect over the y-axis, which is the vertical axis, take a look at this example here, which I know you guys know this is a cubic function. So this one, putting arrows on the end, would look like this. It's y equals x to the third power. And this time I want to reflect it not over the x-axis, but over the y-axis. So here's what you have to do to your parent function. You have to take the original, and to reflect over the y-axis, this is what you have to do. You have to add a negative inside the function to the x portion. So in this case, the equation would end up looking like this. And that would reflect this figure over the y-axis. So that piece would flip over and come on the left side of the y-axis, and this piece here would flip over and come on the right side of the y-axis. So when we get into class tomorrow, we're going to practice all of these, shifting right, left, up, down, over the x-axis and over the y-axis. And that's it. Have a good night. We will see you next class.